Awesome. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for those who have been waiting or had been waiting patiently. I apologize. Just some software issues, but that's okay. This is going to be definitely going live, so we're good. And you'll have a playback on this. So I welcome you all. Welcome. I hope you can all hear me. Good morning, dears. So today's reading is, if you resonate with the vibration of a twin flame, you resonate with the vibration of a light worker or a twin flame. I mean, these are different pockets, or I feel that these are just different ways in which we identify, or our consciousness kind of comes together. So I wanted to first start with that. Wherever and whatever you're called to, if that's what you're feeling, then that's perfect. I generally can't read up there, so I have my another device right next to me. Good morning, so that way I can read here. So today's reading is going to be a little bit, today's reading is going to be a little bit different in the sense that I am using the special decks that I've gotten here for our reading. These are all channeled messages by these amazing authors. So I will be reading and leaving you with questions. So the intention for this reading is to help you to connect a little bit more with your life purpose and why you're here. Many of you question, many of you ask, and I'm seeing lots of 7s on my screen. I love that. Thank you, angels. I've already invoked our blessings, our guides, also to have your star systems and higher dimensional beings, those who are connecting with, to come through in this reading at this time. Oh, thank you, my dear. I'm heading out right after this. That's how I set up my live streams in the morning, and then I leave. Thank you. So let's start. First, I want to start by asking for the Starseed community, what is it that is going to... Can you all hear me clearly? I had my whole OBS software kind of try to give me a hard time, but that's okay. These are all sorts of interferences I work with. For those who are coming in or are needing to take off earlier before the end of the reading, I will be leaving you with some light codes. And these are the Lemurian light codes. And I want to kind of first tell you at the beginning. So for those who want to stick on, know what I'll be doing towards the end. Because I'm going to pull the mic right in front of me and I'll start repeating these codes. So I want to talk about the Lemurian codes. Look at this. Okay. These are the Lemurian codes. Now, the Lemurian codes are the language of light, the knowledge of ancient wisdom represented in simple patterns of energetic frequencies. These codes are to be used with reverence. These codes heal the user. These codes connect you back to source light. You don't need to understand them. You just feel them. You can feel the energy emanating off of them. The patterns are for the child part of you. The words are for the cognitive brain. But together they merge and transform the user. Open to the understanding that you don't need to understand, but you just need to believe. Okay? And there will be number codes on these Lemurian light activation codes that I'll share with you towards the end. And these number codes are sound frequencies of decibels that shift energetic patterns in the human sphere. And I'll be repeating these codes 3 times. And this will help you to adjust the cell frequency, and it will help you to be open and be more accessible to healing as you bring yourself back into balance. These number codes are balancers that shift the human frequency to match that of the universal cosmic current. So that is what I will be doing towards, thank you, that is what I will be doing towards the end of our session. Wow. Okay. Awesome. So let's begin. These morning sessions will have to be kind of pushed to a little bit later. I have to jump out of the shower, get everything ready. It's a little bit early. Give me a moment to get a little bit of my caffeine in. Okay. Which one shall I first pull from? This is what I'm feeling here. What is going to assist the Starseeds, the TwinFlames, and the Lightworkers at this time in their journey to connect more to their inner guidance and be more on their path? What is going to assist this community right now in this moment in time? Thank you. Oh, I feel so blessed. I was just talking about Lemurian healing, and look what's come up. What's going to assist you is going to be the Lemurian healing. So Lemuria, I won't get too much into it. Let's see from here. Lemurians were the fifth dimensional androgynous being who loved and wanted to heal Earth. They drew the love of God through the cosmic heart into this planet. Lemurians gathered the divine qualities from our energy fields and that of other stars, adding this to the pure source light in order to form healing crystals to help us through the transition to the new golden age. The Lemurians then placed these healing crystals in the earth to light up the ley lines. Even now, when two or more gather with humility to focus these crystals, powerful healing takes place. And I talked about the Lemurian light codes, that I will be giving you Lemurian light codes at the end. So what's going to assist you is to allow yourself to connect with the energy of the crystals. If you have been considering crystal healing, crystal therapy, understanding, wanting to know a little bit more, I truly feel that they are energetic. They're going to draw you in. So I want to show you for our session. Can you see it in here? You probably can. I have a Lemurian crystal. Okay, this is a record keeper crystal, and the lines in here, I don't know if you can really see. These are encoded, the frequencies, they're encoded in the seeds itself, in the crystal itself. So as your vibration shifts and as your vibration is able to hold that frequency, these codes are unlocked. I mean, these have been sitting in my altar. I purchased these like a few years ago. A lot of the Lemurian crystals. And I have kept for us, for our interdimensional travel today, is a rose quartz Merkaba. Okay. And also I have a pyramid of clear crystal, okay, clear quartz, for clarity of thought and divine light to flow through. And I use a lot of Danubrite. I use this, you may have seen me hold this. This connects me to higher dimensional beings. These are encoded with that frequency. So any reading, whether you see me do a general reading, a fun love reading, a twin flame reading, all of these, the intention that I set is for these healing codes to be infused in every word and energy that flows through me for the collective. So allow yourself, and the number today is what? The 24th, right? So this is card number 24. This is card number 24. So this is speaking of is allowing the Lemurian healing to flow through. And your affirmation that's going to assist you is to, I send Lemurian healing to the earth. Okay, so thank you. Our next message, from Angels of Atlantis Death. What is going to support the people? Okay, thank you. Benediction. And I'll show you Archangel Gabriel, and it says benediction. And I'll read from here. Helen's benediction. So it says here, Gabriel wishes you to know that many blessings are sent to you from the angelic kingdoms. Simply yield to this and don't resist. Just let go. The joy and love you will receive as flowed directly from the source will surpass anything else you may experience. These feelings are the virtues that will always be received in the holy instant of benediction. The angel service is to be a loving conduit for the divine, lifting away any challenge that you may experience. Fear makes us unaware of the angels. Surrender the grip of fear and your blessings will accrue. Say a prayer full of grace as a song to the divine feminine, illuminating the nature of your connection with the holy ones. This is so beautiful. There are blessings that are coming through you. Beautiful star seeds, blessings from different star systems. However, at this time, I'm sensing that we're going through a period of fear. So the guidance here is to release the fears that you hold and get connected back to your star systems, your divine source, that you are made of that stardust. That stardust is through you, within you. You're one, right? You're one. And as you open your arms and as you open your heart, that I am willing to face my fear, I'm willing to walk that path, I'm willing to be the way shower, because that is what your path is. You are here as star seeds. Let's start with star seeds. To seed new consciousness, to seed consciousness of love, of harmony, of peace, of gentleness, a return to a divine feminine and a divine masculine, a healthy masculine energy and a healthy divine feminine energy. Okay? No distortions, where there's an equal give and take and a flow. And as you have chosen to be incarnated on earth at this time, twin flames with a special mission, light workers, to face the path of the darkness, understanding that without darkness there is no light. Light and dark exist as one. And you know that. Time to remember. Remember. Open your arms to receive these blessings. Fear doesn't allow for you to connect with the angelic realms. So, releasing of fear. And as these blessings flow to you, through you, you become a channel of pure love and pure healing, bringing in the softness and the gentleness of the Lemurian healing to the earth. With Lemuria showing up very big in our Starseed reading today, it automatically is telling me that the next decks that are meant to come are going to be very pivotal. So from the angels from the Atlantean, what is a message from the energy of Atlantis? High vibrational. Every person knew their gifts. We connected to the source. We honored one another in the times of Atlantis. The Golden Age. It was called the Golden Age. We were connected to the divinity. We knew our divinity. Everywhere we walked, we saw the divinity. And I've been talking about crystals and recording crystals. And the energy from Atlantis has come again of crystals. Card number 39. And it says here, in the golden times of Atlantis, information, education, spiritual teachings were telepathically recorded into special quartz crystals. This knowledge, there's another one I have. Okay. You can't see the styrations here. These are recording crystals. This knowledge was then downloaded into smaller crystals, which were teleported, in other words, made to dematerialize and then rematerialize. Materialization and dematerialization, where they were needed. People made themselves receptive, okay? Then access the information by holding the crystal to the third eye. In this way, a spiritual internet as well as the education network was formed. Okay, so I'm feeling already, before I read the rest, is that all of you who are connecting here right now, and those who will be coming in the future time, connecting to this reading, when they come in this vibrational frequency, it is that you're creating a new spiritual pathway, you know, a spiritual technology. This feels like spiritual technology. Okay, so check the records. If you draw this card, you're guided to open your mind to the new. Unexpected information may be revealed, which will help you to comprehend the jigsaw puzzle of your life. If a recording crystal comes to you, relax and put it to your third eye so you can absorb the sacred wisdom it holds. You know, I used to do what I'm going to do towards the once this live session's done, because I didn't keep that book. I didn't know so many things on I didn't know so many messages about crystals gonna come, because I love one book by Robert Simmons and Naisha. I think I'm not saying the name right. It's like my Bible. It's my personal Bible. And I would travel to India because I bought a lot of huge crystals every time I visited my parents back home. And the person I would buy these crystals from, he would say that, oh, Miss Archana is here. And I would bring this huge, I don't know how many pounds that big book is, but it showed me so many. These people have done an amazing job. Okay, so I'm going to definitely link the book, and if I can see the link in Amazon, I'll just link it. Okay, so if you're interested in getting that, I've given that as a gift to some people, some family members who are into crystals. I gain a lot of knowledge, I gain a lot of insight, and then I'm drawn to different crystals. And a lot of the crystals that I've purchased for my own home are from whatever these people have channeled. And so crystals is going to be big for those who are connecting now or in the future. So if you're drawn to one, I used to do the reading and then go get it. And then for initially, I teach people and I tell people, go to a store and see what you're drawn to. Okay. Once you're drawn to it, that means that crystal is choosing you. That crystal is choosing to walk with you. And for me, it used to be when I was drawn to a certain name of a crystal, I just needed to feel the energy of that crystal. And I walk into the store and I would just know that crystals, out of like 50,000 Lemurian crystals, there would be one or two that would be just calling to me. Perhaps that is what was meant to awaken through these different crystals that I've purchased at different times. So try that, okay? And I've done all of these types of meditations where I would, my child would make fun of me, and I'm going to announce this because this is unedited. My daughter would say, Mom, I need to take a picture of you, because once I pasted like I think it was a lapis lazuli. I put a lapis lazuli right here, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lay, and it was like rolling around, and I taped it. That was at the start of my journey. Okay, so I've done all sorts of these things. However, I'll give you an easier version rather than taping crystals to the head. Is you can set an intention. So I actually teach that in my chakra or my meditation sessions. Is that I have you hold a crystal, and I'll give you something super quick right now. Is you can hold the crystal, and whether you're sitting in nature or you have a sacred place where you are, where you do meditation, if you don't have one, create one. Something small that's just for you. And you can just sit with that, and you start to breathe in, and you can hold the crystals, and then you hold the crystal onto your heart. Okay, you allow the energy to be corrected. Okay, and then I would also, sometimes I have these huge crystals. I can't lift them because I've bought huge size crystals. So I just sit with them and I set the intention. Okay. So if you feel like touching the third eye, you don't have to. I'm just saying, I know it's said here. However, you can intend, and I begin to, if you look at the shape, I've done a clear quartz crystal meditation. I haven't recorded it. I'm going to start recording meditations and releasing them too. So I would have people look at a crystal, like for now, and then I would have you later close your eyes and visualize this exact shape in your mind's eye. So then that way you're connecting with the energy of the crystal. Okay? So that's my story for crystals. Yeah, I wanted to be a crystal healer. Little did I know that the crystals were healing me. I mean, I knew that. Okay, so do I have what I wanted to? Yes, I think I'll do these ones later. Let's now go into tarot. And today, it's not going to be a 50,000 tarot cards that I'll pull out. I was guided to. And I always get the guidance the night before. The Great Wheel is showing up, which is all about a shift and our interconnectedness of life. I'm seeing a love coming together of the masculine and a feminine energy. So if you're twin flames coming here, there's a reason why you're drawn in a twin flame journey, is to bring healing within the self of the yin and the yang. Okay, don't focus on the male and the female, male, female, but it's the energies. Okay, a person who embodies the masculine energy, another person who's embodying the feminine energy. Okay. Dear angels, this one wants to say something. The Tower. Yes. Oh, Archana has now become like a permanent tower person. Meaning, I draw the Tower card no matter what I do. So, enlightenment moments. Okay, something, it did say unexpected, right? If a recording crystal comes to you, put it there, okay? Just be receptive, and it says here unexpected. And you know what? Yesterday, and we're still feeling the energy of the full moon. Hi Julia. It's full moon in Aquarius. Okay, unexpected. And I'm seeing Master of Crystals at the bottom of the deck. I didn't keep my amethyst skull. My child makes fun of me. You're working with skulls. I say I used to be afraid of encodings in the skulls. When I was ready, I bought my first amethyst skull to work with. Again, it is activating. Amethyst is the third eye and the crown chakra. So it begins to activate a lot more clearing of the higher purpose, which means when the Tower comes and things are not working out in your life, you feel like it's not working out, well, you ask the angels, you asked to be connected to your higher dimensions, you asked to be connected to your true destiny. Okay, some of you are indigo children here. So you asked that I want to walk my highest path, I want to walk my highest potential. Well, if you're in a relationship, or you're in a job, or you're in a certain way of thinking and you're holding on to some stuff, that needs to go, because that's the only way your true destiny is going to come in. These are such huge cards. I almost swore. So it takes me a little bit of time. Bear with me, please. Say a pre-recorded one. All of this I do off camera and I edit it out. No shame in my crystal game. Oh, I like that. Okay. I will only take 3 messages here today. What is it that the people most need to know here and bring healing into in their life as Starseeds, as Twin Flames, as Lightworkers? I'll take 3 messages. Well, this is open. I will keep it out. Sage of Orbs. mindset. You know, I had recently purchased, I'll pause and give you, Orbs is the mindset. And I was in some local store. I don't know, I was buying like groceries or something. And I kind of saw a t-shirt section. This is just so random. And it said something about it's all about mindset. I almost wore that, but I had to leave somewhere right after the reading. So I got ready. I mean, mindset. Why I thought of that shirt was because this is about mindset, curiosity, learning, getting mastery on your mind, mastery of your thoughts, mastery. Second message, please, for the collective. Okay, these are hard. We'll do it this way. Bear with me. These barely fit in my hand. One of my favorite decks. One more message. Second message. As they seek this mastery, as they gain this mastery, what is the next step that's going to help the people? Thank you. Wow, Hierophant. And yesterday was Guru Purnima, and Guru is your inner guide, someone who helps you through enlightenment, who has been helping you. So there has been a deep guidance, connection to your source, your inner stillness. One more final message for the Starseeds, Twin Flames. Wish fulfillment with the 9 of Cups. And I do want to keep the bottom of the deck open here, the 4 of Crystals. First, I want you to see this. Sage of Orbs. Okay. I am feeling extremely warm. There's a lot of energy flowing through. It's not warm at all. It's actually very cool outside. I'm almost burning up here right now. So much energy is flowing through. Guidance. Nine of Chalices. And I want to read from here. I want you to look at this. This is the suit of orbs, which is the swords. Transmuting the suit of swords from the traditional representation, the process of thought and its communication is perceived by the starseeds as orbs, floating and light at times, weighty and oppressive at others. The suit of orbs reflects thought and the mental body. It embodies the experience of communicating those thoughts to others and recognizing the challenges the mind creates. Within each orb is held an aspect of perception that is the product of one's own thought processes. These can be clear and illuminating, serving to resolve and overcome the problems the mind creates, just as they can be clouded and self-defeating, even destructive. Right? Sage of Orbs. The Sage of Orbs here this is something where I will be speaking and telling you what I'm feeling with this is, the message here is, as this person channeled here, what orbs are what is your mental thought patterns? Some are light, some are clear, while others are oppressive. So your journey right now is gaining mastery. Okay, you're gaining mastery. So looking at each life experience, look at where you are right now. So that's a question that I'm leaving for you, right? The question for you is that on your life path and on your life journey so far, what thought patterns have created destruction in your life, and what thought patterns have created light and abundance in your life. It's how you look at something. A situation has opened up in your life. Something has occurred. And when that something occurs, how do you choose to respond to that? Okay, so understand that materialization for things that you're seeing in the material world, in a reality, has a huge show from the mental body. First is the spiritual energy, and that's why I do so many of these spiritual sessions, and spiritual healing is to shift and to understand, to grow spiritually. Because once you understand things from a spiritual level, at the spiritual level, knowing that you're the divine spark, you pull that in, and it goes now through the mental body, holder of all thoughts. All this is the whole conundrum, this is the whole plate of the different thought forms. You choose some, and it gives you a certain experience, does it not? You know, when you're thinking positive and you're saying, yes, all these things are going to happen, you begin to get this good feeling, you're getting these good vibes. The emotional body is now kicking into a high gear with positive emotions, right? And that then through the emotional body, it's moving into the energy body. It moves into the chakras. It starts activating different aspects within our energy centers, and then it gets solidified in this physical body that we see here. Okay, so that's why we say, oh, we're doing this healing on a deep level. What is really taking place is we are not clearing. Okay, I took a shower, that's for the physical body, okay? And I eat the food, that's for the physical body. Now, what are we doing for the mental body? What are we doing for the emotional body? What are we doing for the spiritual body? In this case, right now, the message for you, Starseeds, Lightworkers, is that you have this gift, you have this inner knowing that thoughts are creating a reality. And if there are certain thought patterns in your life so far that have created experiences that were oppressive and weighty, this is the time to allow the gentleness of the Lemurian healing, which is the feminine energy, to come through, to be more compassionate, to be more loving and kind, for you are anchoring in a new vibration on earth. To balance, the swords can be quite harsh. Okay, two-edged, it's double-edged sword. You know, you can use the sword, you know, words can hurt. You know, words can be really cutting, right? And the same words can be very encouraging. So the power of the word, it's spelling. You are spelling into the universe your intention. You are spelling into the universe your vibration. And what you spell out into the universe is what you begin to emanate as a frequency, and you begin to attract that in. So your star systems are communicating with you, okay? You are connected deeply, your star seeds. So many times we forget, right? Many times we forget who we are, what we have come here for, what our mission is, to connect back to the divine source, to get that clarity of thought, to get that complete clarity of thought, and have this utter knowing of who you are, and not allow the experiences that are of the external to deter you from your path. You are the one through which blessings are going to flow, because your star systems are sending these blessings. They're sending these blessings of light. They're sending these blessings of higher codes through you. Okay? So use crystals to help you to get clarity of mind. Now, the second message, and I'm going to go, this is a major arcana here. Major theme is guidance. And I want to read from here. I've used this deck many times before, but yesterday I was guided to read for you from here. So I want you to see this, okay? And it says here, once the starseed has met with reason, because the card before this is the Emperor, reason, and recognize the need for structure and order to bring discipline to the explosive creative process, the starseed seeks the spiritual guidance that takes it to the next level. For many walking the earth plane, this spiritual leadership is found either in a priest, a shaman, a guru who intervenes as an interpreter of the Prime Creator. Starseeds knows that this connection to the source needs no intermediary, and that the ultimate measure of one's spiritual direction comes from within. Throughout civilization, humans have erected great effigies of worship like the Great Sphinx depicted in this key. Within her mighty paws is the Buddha, one of the greatest master teachers ever to walk this realm. Perhaps the greatest lesson for the true seeker, as taught by Buddha, is that we are the creators of our harmony or suffering, and hence we are the cause and effect of our own karma. Guidance is about honoring the spiritual traditions that have served humanity throughout time in its quest to understand the spiritual meaning of life. For some, this is found in an external force like a religion, a ceremony, and the leadership that some individuals claim in their service to any given spiritual community. For others, all that is holy is found within. Through the sacred connection, they glean directly from their own godliness. This important key is inviting all of you light workers, Starseeds, and the TwinFlames to consider the following. You can continue looking at this. Please consider this. Where do I find my spiritual guidance? Where do I find my spiritual guidance? What are my own convictions and beliefs about creation, about God, about spirit? How do I co-create my own spiritual epiphanies? Am I being called to help others on their spiritual path? Where do I place my faith? How do I perceive religious laws and ceremony? What wisdom do I glean from the past as markers of my spiritual journey? Am I living my truth? What wisdom do I glean from the past as markers of my spiritual journey? Am I living my truth? What are my own convictions and beliefs about creation? Where do I find my spiritual guidance? Where do I place my faith? Higher spiritual learning, higher spiritual understanding. Now I want to move into the suit of chalices. It's about emotions. We got the element of air, and where are you finding the inner connectedness as a center spread? And then we have the cups, which is emotions. I want to first tell you about the suit of chalices and have a look at the starseed symbol here. This is the cups. This corresponds to the element of water. Whether resting still, a deep dark welling and swirling over rocks in the stream, water in all its manifestations has one unifying aspect. It takes the form of whatever contains it. That is an underlying aspect of this suit, and it is a great and simple metaphor for our own emotional bodies. The chalices are containers. But the element, the water, is the representation of emotions, the seductive lure of the psyche, and the illusionary nature. They both contribute to our experience. Is the chalice full and overflowing with emotion, or is it lying broken on the ground, the water running away? This is the suit that speaks of many aspects of our emotional experience and the range of that experience depicted in the state of the water in each of the keys. It is reflective. It is reflective at times, elusive at others. It speaks of love in its heights and sadness in the lows. It is endlessly seeking balance. And we have drawn the 9 of chalices. And I'm going to read from here. I want you to look at this imagery. Are you guys able to hear me? I got some weird message on my screen about YouTube, so I wasn't sure if it's going through. Well, I'm going to continue. Whatever comes through, comes through. I'll go through all sorts of interferences right now. Okay. Thank you, dear. 9 of Cups. 9 of Chalices. So right before the 9, we had the 8. Okay, so that's why we start with first what took place before. After the task of examining one's goals and desires in the 7 of Chalices, and then walking away from the sense of dissatisfaction and stagnation of the 8, joy returns to the seeker. Okay, joy is returning to you, the seeker. The journey up that hill has brought you to celebrate your successes, your achievements, recognizing that letting go has helped you to realize your dreams. One of the most fun-loving and satisfying keys of the tarot is the 9 of Cups. It celebrates emotional abundance. An Egyptian temple god sits surrounded by his full chalices, loving his world, his emotions, his sensate pleasures. The light shines down upon him, and his chalice goblets are there to be enjoyed, like fine wine for the soul. This is a key of great satisfaction, happiness, and fulfillment. So the question for you, the Starseeds, the question for you, beautiful light workers, the question for you, my beautiful twin flames, is: so, what are you feeling in your cups? What are your feelings in your cups about? How are you celebrating the achievement of your dreams and desires? Because there have been dreams and desires that have taken place. There has been things that have brought love, light, happiness, and joys. And there are reasons to celebrate. How are you celebrating them? Do you realize that abundance is your own creation and is always within your reach? Do you realize that abundance is your own creation and is always within your reach? We think of abundance as something in the future, or we think of abundances as someone has more material wealth or looks a certain way, has a certain status, and therefore they are abundant. However, we forget that on the spiritual path, there's so many abundances. Can you open your eyes to see the abundances? Okay? Can you open your eyes to see the blessings in your life? And you realize that the abundance is your own creation and it's always within your reach. And that's where the Sage of Orbs is coming in. A sage is a master. This is a feminine energy. She has mastered. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female watching this, but this is referring to the feminine aspect within you. The feminine energy within you is reaching a certain mastery. Okay, so mastery of the element of air. What thoughts? Can you see the abundances in your life? Can you see and be appreciative of the achievements that you've had, the challenges you've overcome, the things that you've done for yourself and for others thus far, without comparison to another one, without comparison to how it should be and what it has been? That's where you're developing your inner guru. That's where you're connecting with your inner self. Okay. The last question here is, what situation relationship, or pleasurable encounter has you feeling deeply content and satisfied. So there are situations, relationships, or pleasurable encounters, however you want to take that, I leave that up to you, has you feeling deeply content and satisfied. Okay? What is that? That is what this Nine of Cups is asking of you right now. Abundances, blessings, benedictions are flowing through you. Do you see these in both of them? How the light is coming? How we see the light coming through in both of these, right? Thank you, angels. Let's now move into the next part of the reading. Okay, next part. These are such blessed decks. I love them. Thank you. These have been unboxed, but I keep them here. Since it's a live session, you're going to see me completely in action on how I work. I'm going to now look at and ask for guidance for the Starseeds from the Starseed Oracle. This is such a beautiful one. And I'm going to today read from these channeled guidebooks that these amazing souls have brought in. Okay, so the first one that I'm doing is the Starseed Oracle Guidebook by Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel. Okay. What is it that is going to assist the Starseeds, the TwinFlames, and the Lightworkers on this path and journey right now with this journey of the Lemurian healing, the benediction, and gaining this clarity and understanding what brings abundances and developing their inner guru? I'll take 3. Thank you for these beautiful messages. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation. Do I have artists here? Well, we are all artists. But I'll read what they say before I start talking. Lost lands. One more. Whale and Orca Elders. You know, I haven't read this deck. I only read, I buy, and then I I start using them, and then over time, I let the energies integrate. FYI, just saying. Okay. Oh, I put the book away. So the first message here that I'm getting with the Lemurian healing and this Queen of Swords, I'm going to say so it's easier for you to know. The Queen of Swords is your life is a canvas, an artist, manifestation, and creative accountability. Here we go. Your life is an canvas. Let's have a look at that. Oh, this is one. I'll put this here. I found one. Oh, I'm not rushing through anything. So, yes. So I'm going to show you the deck, and you can see this. Let's go. You're the artist of your life, and your life is a canvas. Take responsibility for your ability to create. Earth is known as a planet of manifestation. Your present moment is based on your past thoughts and beliefs. Your current thoughts determine your future. What kind of life do you want to create for the future? What are you being called to create? Reconnect with your manifesting power and align your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions with the vibration that matches them. It's never too late to start. No experience is required. All you need is an open heart and mind and consistent daily action. If you're not sure what you'd like to create, start instead with a feeling of deep gratitude for all that's good in your life right now. State out aloud that you are most thankful for. Look for the good in your life, and one thing will be certain: you'll find yourself attracting more and more of the good experiences into your world. This card is inviting you to see your entire life as a canvas, and the picture is completely up to you. Color it with thoughts and feelings. Create the life that you most long to live. You may also be called to be more creative in your everyday life. What have you been called to create? Question for you. What have you been called to create, and how can you express yourself more creatively? So the inquiry, soul inquiry, is: what are you being called to create in your life? What is it? Ask yourself. Share with me later. Not right now. Not right now. Don't share right now. I want this to be more of a meditative practice for you. So if at some point later and you do get a chance to come back to this video, I would love to know if you want to share. What are you being called to create in your life? Use thoughts, the power of your thoughts, with the emotions. We got the thoughts and the emotions, to reconnect to that part that your entire life is a canvas. Whatever you have longed to experience, start to look at the good in life. That's where we talk about mastery of the mind. It doesn't mean you are ignoring the negative, you're ignoring the things not taking place, but you're aligning more with the vibration of love. You're aligning more with the vibration of love and light. And you're seeing abundances, you're seeing goodness, you're seeing healing, you're seeing a connectedness. Right? And as you do this landscape, I'm seeing a lot of pinks, which is a lot of the Lemurian healing, is the unconditional love. Okay? So you're the artist. You're the artist. What is it that you're creating? Okay? Second message. I must know my alphabet. L-O. Oh, yeah, okay, we got it. Lost lands. Here. We got lost lands here. And it says here, what does it say here? It says here, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. You've done this before. You're a starseed. You're a light worker. You're a twin flame. Okay? You've done this before. Your soul knows it. You've seeded consciousness in other planets and other aspects. Your soul remembers. It remembers. It remembers. I also feel, before I read what it says, that all your gifts that you have accumulated, is that the right word? Yeah, let's stick with that for now. Over your lifetimes in other places are now emerging. And I'm seeing water and I'm seeing submersion. So I'm feeling like all these hidden gifts and talents are going to emerge. Okay? Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to connect to the ancient realms. Release judgment. Release criticisms. Release resentments. Letting go of the past. Creating that inner stillness. Okay? And I feel with this falling with benediction, you're going to be blessed with an opening of your spiritual gifts and memories. Okay? And I do feel that for many of you, it's going to come in unexpected. And some of you may just be drawn to some new crystals after listening to this reading. And it may be through that, and I'm not saying it will be. Perhaps it just sets as a tone for some things to open. Let us see now what they have said here. The world is far more ancient than our documentary. Oh, let me re-begin. Let me restart. Sorry. The world is far more ancient than our documented history suggests. As souls, many of us have experienced ancient eras on this planet that were much more advanced than ours today. As we begin to remember these times, the rememberings and gifts can come flooding back. At this stage in Earth's timeline, we need the wisdom of the ancients to survive as species. You're being called to connect with the lost wisdom. Look at where it has landed. Okay, with this. You're being called to connect with the lost wisdom of your own soul. If you feel guided to make a change in your life, to step into a new career path, birth a creation, or bring an idea to life but feel unprepared, this message here is calling you to consider that you've done this before. Perhaps your soul has the wisdom beyond what your lifespan can imagine. Perhaps the intuitive hits and ideas you're receiving are divinely guided. Perhaps you've been preparing for this time. Some think that lost lands exist in the past. Others believe they exist today in a different dimension. I believe these ancient lands also exist in the souls of those who experience them. Yes, I personally believe with that too. If this card comes to you, perhaps the wisdom of lost lands such as Lemuria. See, I mean, they've talked about other star systems, but Lemuria is a big message today. Oh my God, and I'm getting all these goosebumps on my body right now. Wow. Whew. Okay. So perhaps the wisdom of the lost lands such as Lemuria, Atlantis, and the Avalon exist within you. And through surrendering to the intelligence of your soul, you can unlock the seeds of these ancient lands so we can all learn from our mistakes and usher in a new age. So we can all learn from our mistakes and usher in a new age. So I'm going to place this and do this healing for all of us. If you wish at this time, you can intend that this message flows directly into your heart. Okay? And it says here, place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from lifetimes past. I unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from lifetimes past. I unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from lifetimes past. I unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from lifetimes past. I unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from lifetimes past. The third message that we received is the Whale and Orca Elders. And it says here, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. The whale and the Orca Elders are benevolent cosmic beings here to anchor a frequency of love onto the planet, to harmonize it with their song. As they weave around the oceans, they do so much more than any of us know. Their physical presence affects Earth's magnetic field, and their harmonics call us to wake up and remember our own soul's song. Looking into the eye of a whale is something you'll never forget. Whales see into your very being, and in an instant you're changed forever. They see beyond the physical, the woundings, the identity, the personality, the story. They see right into your soul. As we have drawn this card, you're being called to surrender to your deepest truth and share it with potency, to bow to who you truly are, to stretch your hearts wide enough to hold it all, to leave your fears, your doubts and baggage at the door, to question any part of you that doesn't feel good enough. The Whale and Orca Elders want you to give others the privilege of seeing who you truly are, and for you to see the same in other beings, to drop your hang-ups and personality flaws and get busy revealing the unique note your soul came here to sing. Allow the song that echoes in the four chambers of your heart to emanate in all four directions. Peel back the layers of suffering and pain and reveal to other your soul's true song, and endeavor to see the soul of all those you meet. The Starseed soul inquiry here is: how are you being called to share your soul's unique song? How are you being called to share your soul's unique songs? That's the inquiry from the Starseed. Good morning, dears. We're coming close to our reading now. Oh, we've gone almost an hour. I'm still going to continue. The intention was to pull from the Lemurian deck, because we've got a lot of Lemurian cards here. I'm going to pull my mic close to me, because then I will give you an activation. What blessings from Lemuria are meant to flow through at this time for the beautiful Lemurians, Starseeds, TwinFlames, Lightworkers, the souls here who want to connect to the deeper part of themselves. Lemurian healing. Universe. I'll take 3 messages. Ether and matter. Final message, just for now. Just for now. Thank you. Observe. Where is this? This will be interesting for me to find. Is it Cosmic Insight? Give me a moment, please. Cosmic insight. Okay, cosmic insight and universe. Number 11. Wow, card number 11. What do you know? Page 253. So they have oh, I didn't tell you what I'm using. This is the Lemurian Star Child Oracle. Okay. Divine Guidance for the New Paradigm by Leanne Carpenter and Michael Kroon. I hope I said their names right. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. It's a strong possibility I did. 253. So they have designed this book. It's not just like you go in order. I mean, it's so deep. If you're feeling called to the Lemurian codes, I would definitely recommend you getting this as a healing book for yourself. Okay, 253. I'm going to start with, we're almost closing the reading. So we have the Cosmic Insight as the first one. And it says here, Lemurian Star Child, you're opening up to the cosmos. Much information is coming in through your crown, your star connection. Receive the light from the cosmic heart source to open your mind and your heart. Guide from the stars present to you, showing you the cosmic circles. You find that you are multidimensional, not limited by linear mind. You allow your whole body to be imbued with multidimensional light so that light codes start to integrate. Now you can start to connect to the specific star systems to be graced with their wisdom and energy. You start rising to the Pleiadian frequencies and you meet the Sirian emissaries of light. Through connection to them, you also connect to your cosmic self, to being on different planets simultaneously. The Arcturians tell you about sacred geometry, and the angelic ones teach you about the depths of love. Use your breath to integrate this wisdom by breathing in the light of the whole universe, then breathing out any energy that you are ready to let go of. This is the color gold. Okay, I will for sure record a golden light meditation, not a live stream, because I want it to be absolutely quiet, and I'll bring in those frequencies and I'll record that for you, because I generally do those over Zoom. Is golden light meditation where we draw in the golden light from above our crown, from our soul star chakra, and bringing it into the energy body. And I want you to see as the first message that we're getting. Do you see that? Sacred geometry. That's the first message that we got. That your life is a canvas, and you are literally, with this mastery of thoughts, you're opening that floodgates to allow for this healing to come through, because this is right under Lemurian healing. So I shall now read this part for you, number 11. Okay, so if that number we know is a number for connection to the universe. So have a look at this. Have a look at this. So I shall now begin to speak. Metatron, wholeness, commune with all of life, microcosm, macrocosm. Metatron shows me that everything is in divine order. I receive universal guidance and love. Metatron shows me that everything is in divine order, and I receive the universal guidance and love. Metatron lets you see from higher altitude to show that each being is supported, even if they feel small or limited in their human skin. Light codes and energies and geometries are received by letting go of the magnetic mind with its polarized consciousness. Miraculous opportunities are able to manifest by opening up to this divine support. Can you see your true nature as a child of the universe? Before you ever had a human body, you were a comet of light, a galaxy, a solar system. The universe is alive with many beings. The many evolutionary stages that you went through might include crystals, birds, sea creatures, and mammals, until you decided to incarnate as a human.
Do you feel limited within your direct environment, your biological family, your friends or colleagues? An angelic presence comes forward to show you much more, that you are unlimited in your existence. Allow us to share sacred geometry with you now, tools that help you ascend. Do you feel attracted to certain shapes, such as stars or pyramids? I do. See those shapes before you now to anchor the Metatron energy within the cellular structure of your physical body. Do you feel floaty if you travel through the universe? Your body is becoming a conduit for the universal energy. Let these words of Metatron sink in your whole being. Receive the love and support that is your birthright. That is your birthright. We, your family of light, present to you today by the name of Metatron. If you perceive Metatron from a human perspective, that you might define this presence in a certain way. Do you see one being, several, male or female? We ask for you to be neutral and to connect to your multidimensional mind, because it is this ascension that allows you to truly receive your cosmic family. We, your family of light, present you today by the name of Metatron. Metatron shows me everything is in divine order. I receive universal guidance and love. The next we drew that was the cosmic insight. For the next one, for the guidance, we drew the dolphin codes. Lemurian star child, the dolphin codes tell you of integration. Has your awakening been tumultuous? Would you like to make it easier? Allow the dolphins to tell you about the flow and effortlessness. If you recently had a jolt on your path, then know that your family of light is smoothing your journey. The dolphins are speaking about alchemy of the elements, of the sacred light codes that you are now ready to receive. Just like a dolphin balances in motion of the flow, you can balance the elements in your journey. And we have received ether and matter. Ether and matter allows you to find love and compassion. The color is aqua. The numerology for this is number 3, number 8, number 11. Trinity, infinity, beginning of the new paradigm. Ether and matter. Spiritualizing matter, new life, bedding in light. This is like the inner child. Okay, so and it says here, I am ether in matter, and I am matter in ether. I am one with all. The dance between the ether and matter tells us about bringing heaven on earth, even when this birthing process is painful at times. We are invited to be the conduit for etheric light. This is what we're talking about with Gabriel. We are invited to be a conduit for etheric light by receiving light blessings in the physical realm. The sacred code of dolphins that the dolphins are sharing with you are from their heart. It is helping you to let go of the conceptions and ideals of the old paradigms. Okay? So the baby dolphin in you is invited to incarnate on the planet through joy and play rather than rigidity. So perhaps you feel your inner child coming forward for healing. I am definitely feeling an inner child needs to come to play here. Dolphins are very playful, are very loving, are very fun. They're very effortless. There's a flow. There's an element of flow. So the secret of ether and matter is summarized as non-judgment. Don't define yourself as grounded or etheric. Simply flow with the colors and waves of the moments. You are a universal being, and just like water, water. You are both in the bottom of the ocean and in the clouds of the sky. So please value your life story not as poor old me, but as a story of awakening, of victory. Of victory. Your story is the story of ether, of energy, the finest of the fine, coming into matter, the densest of dense. Your story shows you how far you've come, and it is also an example to others who are awakening. If you feel the need to integrate these dolphin codes, connect to the new earth. Connect to this highest vibration and be present in your body. Reparent your child within. Okay? Breathing into the body is going to bring in this healing process. I'll do the healing processes separate. I cannot do it in such a long reading. It'll have to be a separate one. I'll record them and I'll upload them for you. So the final message here, and before I give you the Lemurian codes, is we drew the wisdom card, page 215. I'd mentioned that this will be a different type of a reading. This would be more like a session. And we got observe 233. Let's have a look at that. So what it's saying over here is loving eyes sees all, equanimity, see the truth. Okay? This card calls me to see the truth in a current situation. In this process, I receive the loving support from my guides and light. This is the wise owl that's coming you to guide you in your way. This animal guide has much wisdom to share. So if you are seeing owls, if you're seeing the symbol around, then know and trust your inner wisdom, okay? Using these, what it's saying over here is know the energetic truth seeing. Know about that. Open your senses, okay? Whatever the words are when someone tries to convince them, you can see through the surface. Feel the energy beneath the words, okay? Observe, and see the truth and step back without judgment, okay? That is the key message here. I do feel there's, with the wisdom and the recording crystals, there's a lot of wisdom that is going to be reawakening within you when you connect with the crystals. Okay. Final. Before we close out, and I have 333333 on my screen. Lemurian codes. I talked about what the Lemurian codes will be. So I'm going to pull 3 Lemurian codes for the people now that will assist them. One more. 4, so I shall take 4. So the first one is number 2. And I'm going to read it. Number 2, inner awareness. Do look at the symbolism here. 5216381, 5216381, 5216381. Inner awareness. Scales are levels of consciousness associated with sounds, but also with the levels of awareness within. Open to the new level of inner awareness. Hear it here. 5216381, 5216381, 5216381. Passage home. Card number 9. Passage home is through the abyss. The curves lead you down the path of understanding to the center point of you and all. The other half watches, and your path is waiting to return to the present time. Passage home. Card number 9. And I shall give you the code. 2213461, 2213461, 2213461. Passage home. Card number 7. Buzzing of the cosmos. cosmic buzzing is there. Can you hear it? When you do, you will see the connectivity of all, but you must plug in, and when you do, you will be whole. Buzzing of the cosmos, card number 7. I'll give you the code. 964 3811 964 3811 964 3811 964 3811. Final message. Card number 3. Awaken. Awaken. Card number 3. Awaken. Awaken. Knowing it is easy when you see the patterns, learn and watch the patterns in your life, and you will awaken to the next level of your development. Here's the code. 5496811 5496811 5496811. Awaken. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for tuning in, as your souls were meant to connect with me at this time. And for all of those who will be joining me after the live session, I bless you. I send you many blessings of healing. May you anchor in this Lemurian healing, and may the benedictions flow into your life and flow to you. Sending you love and light. This is Archana here with Divine Soul Resonance. Bye.